guys, it's Jennifer and I am back with a new series for the new year. Yay! It is Blog With Me Wednesdays. Yay! I am hoping I can keep up with this. I'm going to do the best I can. If you follow my channel, you know that my husband is having health issues and we're going to have a lot of doctor's appointments, surgeries, procedures, all kinds of stuff coming up, but I'm going to try to keep up with this. That's why we're doing it once a week. Figured Wednesday's a good day. Monday I do my freebie videos. Wednesday we'll do this and then do some other stuff throughout. So we're going to do it. This is getting started. How do you start a blog? I've got some notes here. I've also got the blog post. If I look over this way, it's because I'm looking at my the blog post that I've done to make sure I'm covering everything that I put in the blog post, plus some. So, I have had a lot of my viewers, a lot of friends on Facebook, family and friends that have asked me, how do you start a blog? How do you get so much great free stuff? So, I have several replies for that. The first reply is blogging is not free, guys. If you want to start a blog, just know it's very time consuming if you want to have a good blog. If you want to get the products like I get, maybe even some better, you've got to work at it. You don't just get the products for free. You have to review the product, give an honest review. You have to take good quality photos. You have to have original content to be a good blogger and have big companies that want to work with you repeatedly. You're gonna have to have quality content. So that's the first thing I say. The second thing is it's not free. You do have to claim on taxes all the products that you receive, just as if they were income. It's income through or as in the form. How did I word that? It is income in the form of products. So it's not free. It is a job. It takes time away from your family, just like if you're working an everyday, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 job. So just remember that when you want to start a blog. So, still want to do it? Then let's go and we'll tell you how you do it. The first thing that you need to do is there's 3 things pretty much that you need to have set and thought out before you even start the blog. The first thing you're going to want is to figure out what your goal is for your blog. Do you want this just to be a hobby? Do you want to be like a part-time job? Make you a little bit of income maybe on the side, just products for birthday presents or gifts or whatever? Or do you want this to be your career? I'm kind of in between the part-time and a career because I do have my own business that we run. So, but this is a job to me. I do want to make at least a little bit of income. The last 2 years, my Christmas has been taken care of through my holiday gift guide. So that's why I wanted to start this series at the beginning of the year, because if you would want to do and have the products like I got this year, you saw all the great stuff that I got in my freebie videos, then you need to have a full year to work at getting your blog to the point where companies will be willing to give you products to review. You have to have proven work, you have to have content, you have to have a media kit. There's so much that you'll have to have before Christmas gets here. So you need to get that sorry, dog is moving the camera around. So you need to have that in line. So you need to figure out what you want to do with your blog. The second thing is you want to figure out what your brand or your niche is going to be. So whether you want to do product reviews, whether you want to be a mommy blog, whether you want to do traveling, whether you want to cover books. Now you do, couponing, saving money, whatever it is. I will tell you this though, if you hate to cook, don't make a cooking blog. It just doesn't make sense. You're not going to be able to stay with it for the long haul. So make sure that it's something that you're passionate about, something you really enjoy. For me, mine is more kind of grouped as a mommy blog. If you look at my header on my blog, it is, Life of a Busy Mommy. That's what I am. And it's, you know, product reviews, giveaways, and all things mommy. So on my blog, I have a blog section, I have a product reviews, I have a giveaways, the holiday gift guides, and then I also have the blog with me, which is this series. I will also do blog posts on each one. So if you're one of those and you're a more visual person and you have to see things in writing, which sometimes I am. I'm a little bit of both. I have to have the writing, and I have to see, and I have to do. So I need a little bit of both. I mean, of all three aspects. But that way it's all written down. So if you want to go back, you don't have to sit here and try to stop the video and write this stuff down. Whatever, it's in the blog post. It will be down below. So there we go. So, and then the third thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to have to come up with your name. What is your blog name going to be? You want it to fit you. You want it to fit your niche. And you want to make sure it's something that kind of flows easy off of the tongue. Something that people are going to remember. You know, you don't want... trying to see, it's... yeah, you don't want a name that's not going to be easy to remember. You want something like Life of a Busy Mommy. It kind of just flows, and I kind of like it because it fits me. That's me. I have the life of a busy mommy, and I know a lot of other people do too, so I thought that's something that people would connect to. So my original blog that I had was JJ's Coupon Club. The reason I started that blog is because I was into couponing, doing freebies and stuff, and a lot of my friends said, hey, you need to do a blog so that you can tell people and teach them how to do this. So I started that, and once I started that, it kind of morphed into the product reviews. When I was doing my holiday gift guide last year, I got a lot of no's when I pitched to companies because they felt that their product didn't fit in with a coupon site. So remember that if you've got certain goals that you want to reach, then you need to make sure that the name of your blog is something maybe a little broader, or that when you're pitching for items, that those items you're going to get are pretty much going to be in your niche. It's going to be hard to get things outside of that. So just keep that in mind when you're making your name. So now when you get started, you are going to need to choose a platform. And there are 3 of them. I've used 2 of the 3. I actually am considering going to the 3rd, but I don't know what's going to be entailed with that. And with everything going on, I just may not have the time. But I myself originally started out with Blogspot, also known as Blogger. It's very, very easy to use, especially if you're not tech savvy. You don't know a lot about computers and HTML and all that fun stuff. Blogger makes it very, very easy for you. I've actually learned a lot from working with Blogger. That was what my original blog was. Now, when you have these, when you use these free options, which you would want to use at first, let's say, like me, jjscouponclub.blogspot.com. So the name of your blog is going to have whatever your platform is behind it. So jjscouponclub.blogspot.com was the name of my original blog. The second one I would suggest, which is a really, really good one, especially if you're a little more tech savvy, which is WordPress. If you're going to do the free version, it's wordpress.com. If you're going to do a paid one where you buy your own domain, I believe it's wordpress.org. But like I said, you'll want to start off with the free ones, and I'll explain that a little bit in a minute. So the good thing about WordPress is there's so many plugins available out there that your possibilities are really endless for your blog. A lot professional. I've found, and I've heard from a lot of other bloggers, that WordPress, you get a lot more yeses when you start contacting companies. Of course, that's down the line. We'll get to that in another post, but I just wanted to mention that if that's something that you want to get into. And the third one is the one that I am on now, which is Weebly.com. W-E-E-B-L-Y. It's very, very easy to use. I like it. I've had a lot of, like at times I have issues with it. It's not a more common one. I do know several people that have it and they like it. It was referred to me by a friend. I was actually trying to sign up for WordPress when I bought my domain, but I was just having issues with it and nothing would happen and nothing would happen, and I was getting tired of waiting and I wanted to get the blog going. So I went ahead and went with Weebly because a friend recommended it, and it is very easy. It's almost a copy and paste type blog. It's really, really easy to use. So very, very, very user friendly. So that's another good one. Now, as I said, I would suggest that you start out with the free versions. Don't go out and buy a domain right away. You want to make sure you get a good following. Make sure that, you know, you've got your things set and this is something that you want to stick with and you're going to do for a long time before you go and pay the money to purchase a domain. And then, so if you're JJ's Coupon Club at .blogspot.com or WordPress.com or Weebly.com, you can go in after a year, 6 months, however long, when you determine that, okay, look, I've got a good following, I'm going to stick with this, I like it. You can go ahead and go in and then purchase that domain name. So I will tell you, when you're setting up the name of your blog, I would suggest that you do a search to make sure that, like, if you want to be, you know, Mom of 3 boys, let's say you want that to be the name of your blog, I would go in and do a search for Mom of 3 boys and make sure that that domain name is not already used, because you don't want to go through 6 months, a year doing this and then come to find out somebody already has that domain name, so you can't use it and you have to change everything. It's a pain. Believe me, I've been there. Went from JJ's Coupon Club to Life of a Busy Mommy and pretty much had to start a lot of that over again. So the next thing that I suggest is to make some goals for yourself. You know, and you're going to want at least 2 sets of goals. I say possibly 3. The first one is going to be very easily attainable goals. You know, I want to have a following of, you know, 5 followers. You know, I want to, you know, do 2 posts a week, whatever. So you want to make like short-term, very easily attainable goals. Then I suggest you make another set of goals which are a little ways off, maybe a year off. You know, say by this time next year, I want to have this many followers. I want to have done, you know, I want to up it to 4 posts a week or 3, whatever you want. And, you know, I want to do a holiday gift guide. I want to receive 20 products for a holiday gift guide, you know, or whatever your goal is for within 1 year. And then I would say make another set of goals, which is your unattainable. Things that you really, really would love to do, but you don't think you'll ever have the opportunity. That is things, let's say you want to work with Fisher-Price. And you say, there's no way I'm ever going to have Fisher-Price send me products to review for free. Well, you don't know that. Work on your blog. Get there. Do it. Make that your all in, that I never think it's going to happen, but I want it. Make you a set of goals like that. And eventually, you may be contacted by Fisher-Price. You just never know what might happen. A friend of mine, Miss Liz Chapman on YouTube here, she put a recipe up on her blog and it got to Food Network, and now she's working with them. That was one of her unattainable goals. She never in a million years would think that she would be working with them, but she did. They called her. They contacted her. So it's possible. If you want to do this, you just have to set your mind to it, set goals, and follow through and meet those goals. And the last little tidbit and tip that I have for you guys when you're starting your blog is to, when you get your name, like let's say Life of a Busy Mommy, immediately when you do that, you want to set up your social media channels to match that. So you want to do a Facebook page for, like for me, for Life of a Busy Mommy. You want to do your Twitter, your Pinterest, your Instagram, you know, have a Google account. You want to have, if you want to do Snapchat, if you want to do Periscope, whatever, LinkedIn, Vine, whatever social media that you want to work with and to have, I would suggest you set the name of your blog up and then immediately set up all those social media channels so that during that year, your first year, while you're building your following, you can build up the Facebook fans, the Twitter followers, the Instagram followers, the Pinterest followers. So that way, if your goal is to have a holiday gift guide and get stuff for Christmas, and of course all throughout the year as well, but if you want to do product reviews, especially if you want to do product reviews, you're gonna have to have that following, and not just on your blog. You're gonna have to have them because they're gonna ask you, you know, what's your following. So you want to make sure to build that up while you're building your blog as well. That's less work to do later. So make sure that when you do that, and a lot of the free sites have buttons that you can add on, you know, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, follow me on YouTube, whatever the case may be. So you want to set all those up at the same time, and then you won't have to worry about it later on. Like for me, my Instagram and my Twitter, the names don't match my blog. But if I knew now what I'm telling you, or if I knew then what I knew now and what I'm telling you, I would have set them up differently. But I had so many followers already on those that I did not want to start over. You know, when you've got over 1,000 followers, you don't want to start out at 0 again. So just keep that in mind when you're doing it. So that's all I have for actually starting the blog. Now we'll have more next Wednesday, and I've got a few topics that I want to cover, but I want to send this out to you guys. What is some of the questions that you guys want to know about having a blog? Is there any specific questions or, you know, topics that you would like me to cover? Make sure you leave those in the comments down below or comments on the blog so that I can write those down and make sure that I cover those any of those topics or comments that you have, so that I can make sure that I'm giving you guys the most useful information for you guys. I am by no means a professional blogger. I mean, like I said, I'm kind of between trying to do this part-time and making a career of it. So by all means, there are so many bloggers out there that know so much more than me. But I just think back to when I was getting started. If I had someone that would help me, it would, you know, it helped so much. I tried to start a blog by myself, and I just learned so much from wonderful bloggers that were friends of mine that just really, really helped me out immensely. So I just wanted to make this to let you guys know this is my experience. This is my opinion. By all means, it is not the only way to do it, but I just wanted to let you guys know how I would go about it if I had to do it all over again. Like I said, I've been blogging for 2 years now, and if I had it to start over again, I would start it just like this. So I'm just sharing my views and my opinions with you. By all means, like I said, it is not the only way to do it, but since I have had so many people ask me, I figured I would start this out this year. So remember, any questions, comments, anything you'd like me to cover, leave down below or in the blog, comment on the blog post, which will be linked down below as well. Remember to share this. If you've got any friends you know that want to blog or are interested in it, make sure you share this, like it, comment, subscribe so you can find out when I post all my videos. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we will see you next week. Bye.